everyone. Today is, I think, the 24th. Friday the 24th of January. This is Charmed Grammy Crochet. I'm your host, Lynette, and this is Charm Chatter, I believe, number 14. And today we will be doing the third of our series of yarn comparisons. This one is, I'm going to call this really the specialty yarns. And I don't, I'm just calling it the specialty yarns because they're 4 worsted weight, but they're the sleeky, shiny ones, and they're not like your regular old workhorse yarns. So they're not going to be, so let's leave it at that. I don't know how else to explain it. They are 4 worsted weight, which is what I'm doing the comparisons with. But these are not yarns that you would, or that I would use just on anything, because they're the soft, silky, sleeky kinds of yarns. So let's just go with that. So that's what we're going to do today, and I believe tomorrow or Sunday we will do the other. I think I have 4 worsteds still to show you. But before we get started with that, I want to thank all of my subscribers for joining us. Any new subscribers, I appreciate you joining us so much. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing my yarn journey, commenting. I do read every comment. I do reply when necessary. So if you are not a subscriber, just hit that little subscribe button and become a subscriber. And then if you want to hit the notification bell so you know when my videos come up, that would be much appreciated as well. So that's my advertisement. There we go. I do have a Facebook group and I am on Instagram, but I really don't know how to use Instagram. I know how to hit the share button on YouTube to put my video on there. And I was doing that quite frequently, and then I just kind of stopped doing it. I don't know why, really. But I don't know how to do anything else on Instagram. I'm not going to go off on that tangent. And one more thing before we get started. I won a video, or a giveaway from Tracy at Crochet Rocks. I won a set of crochet hooks. I did open it because I couldn't wait. I was very anxious to get, first time I've ever received mail from the UK. So that was really exciting to get mail from the UK. And I was so excited to see the new hooks. So they came in this little, time up bag or whatever. And they are so cool because look at them. Everyone is a different color, including the shaft. So that's so awesome. Can you see them all? There's 6 different sizes. And I did work with the 5.0 millimeter hook today, and crocheting up all my little swatches. I did use this one. Some of the yarns are 5 and some of the yarns required a 5.5 millimeter hook. This set does not go up to a 5.5. 5 is the tallest or biggest. So I did use this hook and it was really fun. It's very lightweight. The handle is plastic, not rubberized. Very lightweight and smooth and pretty. They're all I love, purple being my favorite color. Isn't this one cool? It's a 3.5 millimeter. I don't know what you ever use anything that small on, but I'm sure I have yarns that'll work with it. So anyway, thank you so much. It's just so exciting to win something that I would never have the opportunity to get here, I don't think, because I think they're local for her. So thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it. So that's that. Now on to our yarny stuff. Let's start with the Caron Simply Soft. Now this colorway is called Gold, And I chose to get gold because in the store it looked more gold, and in my house it looks more yellow, but in the store it looked more gold. And I was thinking with for next Christmas, I have a lot of stuff I want to make for Christmas. I don't know what it is particularly, but it was in the store next to a really beautiful red and a green, and I'm like, oh, those are awesome together and would be really great for something for Christmas. So I chose the gold color, but like I said, in my house it looks more yellow than gold. So let's learn about the yarn. If we want to look at it, you know, meets the requirements for worsted weight, 100% acrylic. It is washable and dryable. It does not say anything about it being anti-pilling. Use a 5mm hook. It is 6 ounces at 170.1 grams, 315 yards, or 288 meters. I don't see where it's made. It has no dye lot. So we all know Caron's Simply Soft. It is very soft. It does have a tendency to split a little. My little swatch did split a little, but yeah, that's part of this yarn, I think, for most people. I used when I've worked with this before, I used my cheap hooks that I got on Amazon. I love those hooks. I mean, they got the rubber ends on them. And they're like, you know, fine hooks. This I crocheted with my clover hook. And it did not split nearly as much as, but it's a smaller thing. I mean, but I really didn't have the trouble splitting when I used my clover. It works up really nice. It does have holes, but it's got a little bit of like fuzz to fill them in a little bit. So it's not as holey as the Red Heart Super Saver was. This is not as, but close. But it is soft and sleek. It comes in, let's see. It is sold. You can get it at Walmart. You can get it at Yarn Inspirations. You can get it at Michael's and Joann's. And then, you know, like online anywhere. What I could gather from Yarn Inspirations, there's 43 shades. Plus it also has ombres and stripes and variegated yarns that, you know, it comes in, but 43 solid shades. And I think I said machine wash and dryable. So easy to take care of. Nice yarn. I really like, and it drapes well when it's made. It has a very nice drape to it. That one, when I figured it out, it is just a tad over a penny a yard at the least expensive price that I could find, is, you know, regular price. Walmart sells it for $3.27 online, and that was just a little over a penny a yard. Not so bad. Then we have, my next is, I got Soft and Shiny from Michael's. I had to write Michael's on there so I could remember where this one came from. Let's see, Soft and Shiny is upside down for me. This color is called Parsley, and I have to say, as far as Christmas colors, see, now that looks really golder and like Christmassy, doesn't it? So it is 100% acrylic. I think I said that. Use a 5.5mm hook. Wash, dry, do not iron. This is 311 yards, 6 ounces, 285 meters, 170 grams. It is also very soft and shiny, squishy. Now in the skein, Simply Soft is not squishy, like fluffy squishy, like most other yarns. But it is wound, skein you know, the way they put it into the skein, it's so much denser. Like it's put together tighter, I think, when they put it in the skein. The yarn itself isn't wound tighter per strand. Is that making any sense? But when they like kick it up into this, it's not nearly, it's caked, not nearly as fluffy. Because if you look at the difference here, how many yards did I say were in this? I think 315 yards. 315 yards, and this is 311 yards. So look at the size difference. A lot looser put together. There's only 4 yards difference of actual yarn here. And this is so much bigger because this is wound so much tighter. Okay, so where were we on this? It is soft and it's squishy in the skein. And so let's see, what do we have on this? You could only buy it at Michael's or online from Michael's. Let's see, it was 311 yards for $3.99 is the regular price, which gives it about just a little over a penny, like a penny and a quarter per yard. It comes in 36 colors plus like 36 solid colors. So the color selection on these shiny ones is not nearly as large as the not shiny. Then when it's worked up, it is, it's nice. It works up really nice. It frogged well. The Caron, if it wasn't split, frogged well. Or when it wasn't split, it frogged well. It's soft. It would drape really nicely. I think all of these yarns, actually, these shiny yarns today, all would drape very nicely. I will be throwing them in the washer. So that will be going on this weekend. So they look very nice. Both of them, you could intermingle these yarns, I think, without any trouble. The next one I have, I'm making a hat for my son out of this yarn, so I have not cut it off the skein. And this one I will not throw in the washer in case I need it. I mean, it's only a little tiny swatch, but you never know. Because I don't know how well the hat's going to turn out. I only have a couple of rows started with a different skein. So this yarn is Yarn Bee Soft Secret. It is regular price $4.49. I did get it on clearance last year for $1.72, and they call this color teal. It is very shiny. It does have a little bit more halo than the other yarns that we looked at today. You can wash it, but you cannot put this in the dryer, which I didn't realize when my son picked this out for his hat, because that's, you know what, I probably will cut this swatch off and throw it in the dryer, in the washer and the dryer, just to see what happens to it, because I will do that for sure. Because I don't think that, I don't know how, I want to see what happens, that's why. So, it is available, I gotta find it, here we go. It's 300 yards. The regular price is $4.49. It does not say anything about it being anti-pilling. It's available in 46 colors through Hobby Lobby only. It does frog easily. I've worked with this more than the others. Well, Caron Simply Soft I've used. I've made stuff out of that before. You know, you have this little bit of splitting issues with that. But I did, like I said, I didn't with the clover hook. This yarn, I'm, like I said, making a hat for my son. And I did start it and ripped it out. So I have worked with it a little bit. And I didn't have a splitting problem with it at all. And again, I was using the clover hook. So I don't know if that makes a difference because they're so smooth, the clovers. So this makes this yarn work This was the most expensive. Well, no, almost the most expensive. This was $1.50 per yard. And I don't know if I said 46 solid colors. I like it. The fact that it is not, it's supposed to put it in the dryer, but we will just to see what happens. That's like a big minus as far as I'm concerned. Because we're looking for like workhorse yarns, but these are more not workhorse, I think, this soft fun yarn. So now my last one, I gotta find where I found it. Oh, wait, my notes, where are my notes? Okay, there it is. This is Heartland, USA, or just Heartland from Lion Brand. It is a 4 worsted weight, and this is and it's soft and shiny and squishable. This yarn, you can get it online, you can get it at Joann's, you can get it at Michael's. This one said use a 6mm hook. There's 251 yards, which is 230 millimeters. I found it online at like 26 different colors. This, I love this yarn. It was very, very nice to work with. This is a 5 ounce, 142 grams, 230 meters, if I didn't say that when I said the 251 yards. It is washable and dryable. Do not iron. Doesn't say anything about it being anti-pilling on this one either, I don't believe. I didn't see anything about it. Worked up. It's the most solid out of these, I think. But close. What did I tell you the color on this one? This one is Great Sand Dunes. It's a very neutral color. I like it. It's a very nice color. But that doesn't have anything to do with our yarn comparison. So this one, all of these soft and shiny yarns. Oops, all of the, oops, that one's attached to the skein. Gotta fix that now. I pull it apart. They're all very nice and soft and shiny and would make anything beautiful. They all will drape very well. You'd put them up against your skin, no problem, and love them to death forever. They don't need to be washed to be softened up. Now, out of these, the Lion Brand Heartland was a little more than 2 cents a yard. So it is the most expensive out of all the yarns that we've looked at so far. At full price. Which I never buy yarn on full price. So that's what we have for today's comparison. Out of the yarns that we've looked at so far, which ones would I want to work with the most? Oh, these for sure, because they're silky to run through your hands. But I wouldn't call these a workhorse. I would say you could use these, blankets, sweaters, scarves, hats. You can use for all of it. I don't know that you would make amigurumis out of, but maybe you do. I don't make amigurumis, so I don't know. But my experience is these are nice. And I don't know why you wouldn't make them a workhorse, but I think it would be more, not just your go-to everyday yarn for me. I don't think that would be the case. It hasn't been so far, and I just don't think that it would be. But any clothing that you make out of these would, obviously be wonderful. And all of these are wonderful. So I wouldn't turn any of them away. But who would turn any yarn away? So I don't know. That's what I've got for today. I will link a video from Crochet Rocks into the comments into the description box here. She runs giveaways all the time. She's really great. She has a wonderful accent. So if you're interested in listening to her, she does do tutorials, and she does yarn chit chats, and I really like her a lot. So go give her a look, enter her giveaways. Maybe you'll win some really cool yarn from another country if you're from the US or Australia or, you know, wherever. Anyway, Canada, because that's still another country, right? Even though you're on our same continent, I guess that's what I'm getting at. So anyhow, I will be done with this video today, right now. You have a great rest of your Friday, or whatever it is day that you're watching this. I will see you next time, probably tomorrow, with another video of, you know, another one of this series. So have a great day. Have a great weekend if I don't see you before then. And thanks again for joining. Bye.